Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go.
Hello, fight fans. Welcome to Knockout Chaos Boxing News. There again, we are with some new event in boxing, the rematch between Daniel Dynamite Dubois and Alexander Usyk. Honestly speaking, I wasn't expecting to have such a fight so quick on July 19. We are taken aback, like you guys know. We actually locked in for the Fatal Fury fight card on Saturday in 3 days. And there, Frank Warren and his team came up with this fight. Both fighters met first of all at Wembley Stadium, and then they went on to have a conversation or a debate on Talk Sports. And the only topic that we were talking about is the famous low blow in the first fight. That was not validated by the referee. And again, in the press conference yesterday, it was all about the low blow. Alexander Usyk even brought some pictures in the phone to show that it was a low blow, but those pictures were definitely not the pictures of the real low blow. I think the press conference was not that interesting because we actually spent a lot of time talking about low blow in the first fight. I think a lot of analysis were made on that. A lot of YouTube channels talked about it at length, whether it was a low blow and not low blow. So, but still, we couldn't reach an agreement. Frank went as far as trying to make an appeal for the decision to be reviewed for that fight, and it was not answered. So we're back again with the same fighters, Daniel Dubois and Alexander Usyk. Now let's talk about the press conference, guys. So in my opinion, the press conference didn't live up to the expectation. I don't think this press conference was well prepared. So, but the most striking point, the most striking features of that press conference, in my opinion, is Alexander Usyk making Dubois sign on the picture of the low blow. I might be overthinking, but I think that every time that Alexander Usyk has a fighter sign the autograph, right, before the fight, Usyk wins the fight. So the same thing that happened with Tyson Fury. You know, the world is spiritual. I think that Daniel Dubois signed his death sentence, right? There's no way Daniel Dubois is going to win this fight, in my opinion, because I think that Daniel Dubois is a good fighter. Daniel Dubois has improved tremendously for the past few months. He was able to take Jeremy Miller out of there, Hedkovic, and then Joshua in a dramatic fashion. But when it comes to Usyk, I think that Dubois might learn something new about Usyk. And his promoter actually promised the world that we are still going to see the best Usyk.
He says formerly he was thinking that he will be playing at Wembley, but now it comes that he's going to be fighting at Wembley. And one more important thing to know, this time you will see the version of Usyk that you have never seen before.
So it means that so far we haven't seen the best Usyk yet. This is really threatening. If Usyk teams is telling the whole world that we haven't seen the best of Usyk, Dubois should be in trouble this time around. Dubois should be in trouble because why am I saying that Dubois should be in trouble this time? Because in the first fight, if you remove that whole topic of the low blow that happened in round 5, I don't give Dubois even one single round in that fight. Dubois was beaten to the punch, and there's no round you can actually give to Dubois. So Dubois didn't win any round in that fight. So if you remove the low blow from that fight, then it was a severe beating. And I believe that once Usyk beat you, it becomes difficult for you to beat Usyk. And there's something that I always remember from Teddy Adley. He always said that one thing about Usyk is that he knows how to win. So how would Dubois beat Usyk this time? Because Dubois is big. Dubois hasn't improved his movement in the ring. And Usyk is a different fighter from AJ. He's a different fighter from Hetkovic and a different fighter from Big Baby Miller. These fighters have the same characteristic. They are so heavy. They like decent movement in the ring. So Usyk is just a instrumental fighter in terms of the speed. Is Dubois really prepared to face that speed? I think Dubois might be schooled again, and Dubois might quit again with a jab or a combination of punches that will line on Dubois. Dubois will not understand what's going on, because this guy is a genius. I understand this fight is an undisputed fight. The first one we had, it was last year with Tyson Fury after 25 years. And then yet again, we are about to live another undisputed fight. But at the same time, I think Joseph Parker is not happy about that, because Joseph Parker actually is supposed to get a title fight. But okay, when you are a fighter like Dubois, and then you are from the UK, at the same time you have Frank Warren, which is one of the biggest promoter, so it can only favor you. So Joseph Parker should just relax. I think his opportunity is coming. He's going to see fight either Dubois or Usyk, the winner of the fight. So there's still a lot of chances for him to have a title fight. But the world of boxing was taken aback by this fight. Personally, we did not expect the fight to be staged anytime soon. And then we have the date, 19th of July. We are going to leave one of the biggest moments for this sport of boxing. So not too sure if Teke Alashi is involved in this one, but I think we'll find out as time goes by. But what I can say is that I can see a lot of tensions already in that press conference with Don Charles calling Usyk a cheat, which I think is not a good thing. Actually, I know for sure that, okay, Usyk has some tendency of looking at the referees all the time. When he gets a blow, right, especially in the midsection. Usyk doesn't like taking punches in the midsection. So every time that he gets a punch, whether it's low or it's illegal or illegal, he has a tendency of looking at the referee. That is a bad attitude from Usyk, because every time you look at a referee, when you have a shot in the midsection, you are kind of like psychologically influencing the referee, all right? So, and I believe that really happened, because for me, I think that the low blow was legal, actually. The low blow was illegal, and the point that Don Charles raised, okay, when he was actually arguing about the low blow and calling Usyk a cheat, he made a relevant point there that because Usyk had been trying to draw the referee's attention on that midsection, there were quite a lot of illegal blows in that fight. And then Usyk was literally drawing the referee's attention on that particular aspect in such a way that when the repunch happened, okay, the referee was already psychologically behind Usyk, okay, supporting Usyk, and then just ruled it out as a low blow. But for me, it was a legal blow. It was right on the red line. It should have been counted. Not sure if Usyk would have got up. So, but that didn't happen. So it's only mystery. So now we all have to focus on the main fight, which is coming up on July 19th, and see who is going to be the victor. So for me, I think that it would take a lot for Dubois to beat Usyk. Usyk is a very difficult fighter to fight because of his stamina, because of his energy. The more time you spend in the ring with Usyk, the better he gets. So the only chance I can give Dubois is that he has to take Usyk there in the first 6 rounds. So if Dubois does not knock out Usyk in the first 6 rounds, then he's going to lose the fight, and he might even quit. Right? He might even quit because Dubois' stamina is not as great as Usyk's stamina. Right? You cannot fight at that pace from round 1 to round 12, and you don't get tired. All right, so I understand that some rounds of Usyk get a breather, but the more you stay in the fight with the Usyk, the better it becomes. So I'm not going to put my money on Dubois. I'm going to put my money on Usyk, because Usyk knows how to break his opponents mentally, and he broke Tyson Fury mentally. All right, we remember Tyson Fury wishing Happy New Year to everybody in the month of May.
Merry Christmas, everybody. I can fucking say it this time, can't I? And a Happy New Year!
And the same thing happened with Tim Joshua. Tim Joshua lost the first fight, went to the grinding board. He tried all he could, with another strategy, going to the body, but he still couldn't beat Usyk. Usyk was just an amazing fighter. So Joshua had a mental meltdown. They end up throwing all Usyk's belts out of the ring. So that's how Usyk breaks you down mentally. So Dubois is already beaten in that fight. For signing that autograph he signed, which Usyk made Tyson Fury sign, Dubois already signed his death sentence. Dubois is not going to win the fight, and I'm not sure for sure that Dubois is not yet prepared to win the fight against Usyk. He might be a great fighter, okay? I don't disagree. Dubois has proven to the world that he's a great fighter, he's a dangerous fighter, but that was against fighters that just like him, with the same attribute. They are not moving too much in the ring, okay? They are not moving too much in the ring, and they are sometimes very easy to hit. Usyk is not easy to hit. Usyk is a ghost fighter, and it's not going to be easy for Dubois to catch Usyk in that ring. Dubois in the ring move like a trap, so it's not going to be easy for Dubois to win the fight against Usyk. So John Charles and Dubois and Frank Warren, we need to come up with a proper game plan. So if the knockout is what they're going for,
you will be found that on the 19th, you're going to get knocked out by my guy.
That's what we want to hear.
Looking forward for July 19th.
We don't care about no body shots. We're going to knock him out on the 19th.
if they don't have the knockout, just the way he failed them in the first place, so Dubois is going to quit again on his tour. So this fight is going to be an interesting fight. But then again, we're not too sure when it comes to Daniel Dubois, anything can happen. So I would like to call any fighter that actually aware of this fight, they must be ready and prepare in the gym as well. So guys, tell me what you think about this press conference and who do you think is going to win the fight on Saturday night, Mortimer Cole or Ifat Jagba. So you guys can leave your comment sections. I'll see you next one. I'm out. Peace.